Hey everybody! Woohoo! Happy Tuesday, happy August 1st, happy amazing 10% off sale, happy awesome enhancement kit, happy we're gonna earn this incentive trip, cruise or Anaheim. Happy. So welcome everyone. I'm just gonna wait a few seconds. Hi Serena from Ontario. Nice. Let's see who else is on here. Hey Margaret. Hi Maggie. Amanda. Hello. So I don't want to. Hey April, my awesome April. Hey boo. Hi Charity from Texas. Hey Lydia from Orlando. So I am just gonna wait a few more seconds. Hey Jenny. Hi Lisette. Oh, I love seeing you guys on here. So many familiar names, just gives me peace. Hi Donna. Hi Debbie. Because guys, I am so nervous right now. This is like so out of my comfort zone. Like, you have no idea. But I know that in order to see great things happen in our lives, we need to conquer those fears and conquer things that are trying to hold us back, you know, all those little nerves and anxieties. So I'm pushing through, and I hope that something that I share with you and something that Lisa or Heather and Jillian share with you over the next coming days can be that tip that helps, you know, catapult your business and take you to the next level. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hi Cal. Oh, love you Cal. My name is Melissa Divine Rodriguez. I'm director for Team Divine All Stars, and today I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about my story, how I found out about Scentsy, how I joined, and how I was able to promote to director within 11 months. So I do have some notes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am one of those people, like when I had my launch party, I literally wrote everything down. Everything, because I was so scared about messing something up. I'm just one of those people, like bullet points don't work for me. I have to write everything down. So I do have my notes in front of me, and I'm gonna try my very hardest. My very hardest to not like read, but I will be glancing, just because to me it's really important that I don't miss anything, because I really want you to get everything that I kind of learned. So with that being said, just wanted to throw that out there. So a little bit about my story. I found out, hi everyone, I was introduced to Sensei by my husband, actually. Many of you may or may not know him. He's Frankie Rodriguez, and he actually, when him and I were dating, he actually had Sensei in his apartment. So I kind of already said too much, but I walked into his apartment, and so many of us, we know what's the first thing that we realize when we walk into somebody's home or apartment. It's how either nasty and funky it smells, or it's how amazing it smells. And we know there's no better amazing smell than Sensei. Okay, so I walk in there. Oh, okay, there's some boys walking over here, sorry. Interesting, sorry, we live like by a canyon and there's some boys walking back there. That's unusual. Anyhow, so I walk into his apartment. I'm sorry, I'm a little squirrel. I walk into his apartment and it smells amazing, okay? And I'm like, what in the world is that, boy? Because it smells so good in here. And obviously there was no fire, there was no flame, there was no candles, because we had just walked in there. So he says, oh, that's my Sensei. And I'm like, what? You know, like if you had never heard of Sensei, you're like, what the heck is that? So I was like, what is that? So he points over to his Marine Corps warmer, because my husband is in the Marines. So shout out to all the military servicemen and women out there. We salute you and thank you for your service. So I was like, wow, okay. He was warming Echo. So I was like, oh my God, that smells amazing, boy. Like I never smelled that before. It was so good. Well, needless to say, he had brought that with him from the West Coast, because he was stationed in the West Coast and he had just moved to the East Coast. I just met him when he moved to the East Coast, so I snatched him up real quick, ladies. You gotta get him fast before somebody else takes him. But anyhow, sorry, I'm kind of silly, guys. So he brought it with him, and I didn't know where to order. He had enough bars of the wax with him where it was able to last us a few months, but when it was done, once it was done, it was done. We had nothing else, and honestly, I had to revert back to my old ways of either candles or cheap wax. You know what I'm saying? And once you try cheap wax and all that kind of other stuff, it is not the same. Can I get an amen on that? It is just not the same. But I had to do what I had to do. So nonetheless, because I'm taking too long here, fast forward a year and a half later, we get engaged. And by trade, I'm not sure if many of you know this, I'm actually a home health geriatric therapist, which I love. I will never ever stop doing that. I might not work as many hours as I used to, but I absolutely love the geriatric population and I love treating patients. But I am an independent contractor, so sometimes I'm very busy, sometimes I am not. So I knew that I had to supplement my income, and I was praying about something that I could do that was family friendly, you know, like all of us that we love Scentsy. It's family friendly. It wasn't going to take away from my family. I wasn't going to have to go get another job doing, you know, retail or something that was going to take away. Because, you know, I'm a mom, I'm working full time, I'm a fiance, and I'm planning a wedding. I didn't need some extra stress. Prayed about it, and lo and behold, guys, what would you think happened? I walk into a salon, and there goes the Scentsy catalog. First time I had ever seen anything like that in Orlando. I'm like, oh my God, this is a sign. Guys, came home, talked to my fiance about it. He's like, you know what? If you're serious about this, I'll pay for your kit. Let's do this. And he's like, you know, worst case scenario, we're in the business and we just buy the product from ourselves. He's like, because the product is so amazing, we're going to need it anyway. So, booyah, here we are. Almost 3 years later, and guys, let me tell you, if you're not in the business and you're watching this and you're not a consultant, it is literally the best $99 he has ever spent, that we have ever spent. It has been such a blessing, such a blessing. So that's how I got started. So now that you know a little bit of a backstory about how I got started and all that good stuff, I just want to share with you some things that I did in my business that I feel attributed to me getting promoted within, it was like 10 or 11 months, okay? So over the next few days, you're gonna hear from Heather, Jillian, and Luisa. They're also gonna share some team numbers just to give you a general idea of what our average team size was, because I think that's always a common question, like, well, so how many people do I need to have? Because I know the compensation says one thing. So you're gonna hear all of us sharing our team numbers. And also I just want to add that you will probably hear some of the same tips that you've already heard. I think a lot of times when we're looking for that next goal or that next promotion, we're looking for like that magic answer. And what we find is that there really is no magic answer. It's just hard work. It's believing in yourself. It's believing in your product. It's believing in the opportunity and just replicating that over and over and over. So there's a possibility that over the next few days you're gonna hear very similar tips, and those might be the things that you might want to either to begin implementing or just keep doing it, because in due time you will reap the harvest. So anyhow, so my numbers when I promoted to director, I had 28 team members at that time, okay? 14 of them were my front line, meaning 14 were people that I personally sponsored. 12 of those 14 were active, meaning they put their minimum PRV needed for that month in order to be considered active, okay? 10 of those 28 were second generation directors, not directors, pardon me, I wish. Second generation, meaning they were my front line, okay? And then 3 of those 28 were third generations, okay? So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what my numbers were, okay? Just to give you an idea. So now that you have that, let's talk about the things that I started doing in the beginning of my journey, okay? So from the beginning of my journey, like so many of you, we fall in love with Scentsy, right? Oh my God, it's truly the best thing since sliced bread. I wanted to share it with absolutely everyone, And I knew that I had to do that as fast as I possibly could, because I learned that most people that you encounter, it's not that they don't want to buy from you. It's not that they don't want to join your team. It's not that they don't want to have a party. They just don't know what the product is. And they've never experienced it. So we have to make them experience the product. We have to make them fall in love with the product, because when they experience Scentsy, because Scentsy cannot be, you can't describe Scentsy. You can hear me talk Scentsy till I'm black and blue. You can see my Facebook posts. You can see me having fun with my team. You can see me having fun at SFR. You can see me having fun on the incentive trips. But Scentsy is absolutely something that has to be experienced, guys. It has to be experienced. So I knew that I had to get people to experience Scentsy, okay? So what is the best way for us to get them to experience Scentsy? At a home party, a launch party, right? It was like, it's in the consultant guide. Scentsy is so smart. They pay millions of dollars to, for marketing and all this kind of stuff. We need to trust them. It was at a launch party. So I knew that I had to have a launch party. It's the easiest and fastest way to introduce it to a lot of people at one time. Okay, everybody's there. It's fun. It's exciting. There's this energy. They're smelling it. You're playing games. It's a blast. There's nothing like a Scentsy party. If you've never been to a Scentsy party, you can come to one of mine. It's just whoever invited you. Trust me, it is a blast. I knew that I had to have my launch party. Was I nervous? Heck to the yeah. I was nervous as heck, guys. I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do it, if you know what I mean, kind of like this thing that I'm doing right now. But I knew that I had to do it. I knew that my blessings lied outside of my comfort zone. I knew that if my dream was to have my dream wedding, because I don't even know if I really said that. I joined Sensei because I wanted to pay for my dream wedding. I knew that if I wanted my dream wedding, if I wanted my white dance floor, if I wanted my chivalry chairs, if I wanted this honeymoon, I had to work Scentsy. It had to be my second income. So I had to fight through those fears. And I had my launch party. I over-invited, because you always want to over-invite and over-invite and over-invite and over-invite. And it was amazing. I saw people that I hadn't seen in years. They came to my party. We had a blast. I was able to introduce them not only to Scentsy, but I introduced them to this safe alternative to candles. It's a problem. It was a solution to a problem that is out there. The fire and the flames and the toxins that are out there within the traditional candles. So I was able to share with them a safe alternative, and they all loved it. They all became official Scentsy divas. That's what I used to call them. They were so awesome. I love all my Scentsy divas. Mostly all of them ended up turning into consultants. If you're on here, you can say, hey, what's up, or that was me, or something like that. So in my opinion, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have a launch party. Maybe your launch party wasn't that great. It's okay. You can have another relaunch party. This is your business. You can do whatever you want. You can make it a themed party. Guess what? It's August. Maybe make it end of summer bash, or a barbecue, or flip-flops, and I don't even know. There's so many themes out there, but you can have another party. You can relaunch your business, because I'm telling you, there's nothing better than a home party. That is just my personal experience. I know everyone has their own things and certain blueprints to success. I am just personally sharing mine, okay? That launch party is key, because guys, I can literally trace back all of my successes to that launch party. Look at that. I had a $4,000 launch party. Bam. Okay. Sorry, didn't get your name because it's going up too fast, but you go, girl. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, launch parties are where it's at. From my launch party, it was literally the genesis of my success. That is where I had more booked parties, more booked parties, more booked parties, more booked parties, more hostesses, who ended up turning into, more teammates, and it just introduces you to so many people, guys. I'm telling you, parties are where it's at. It gets you in front of a lot of people very, 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 very fast. Now, something, let's say if you have people that maybe they never have a chance to attend one of your launch parties or a home party. Something else that I would do, and I know a lot of people do, is the try before you buy or a borrow warmer. Okay, so maybe have an extra, warmer around, or 2 warmers that you designate strictly for borrowing, okay? And you just kind of reach out to people and say, hey girl, I know that you haven't experienced Scentsy. I would love to get your review. You can put it that way, you can swing it that way. I would love to get your review on Scentsy. Do you mind if I drop it off at your house for a couple of days and you let me know what you think about it? Guys, after a few days, when you go and pick that up, about 99.9% of the time, they're going to want to buy that warmer. If they're not going to want to buy that warmer, they're going to want to buy something out of the catalog, because again, it's all about experiencing. Always keep that in mind. We want people to experience Scentsy. We have to do whatever we have to do to get people to experience Scentsy, whether it's at a home party, whether it's having them try before they buy, or the borrow warmer. Make sure that they fall in love with Scentsy, because when they fall in love with Scentsy, that's when they're gonna say yes to having home parties. That's when they're gonna say yes to joining your team. So get them to fall in love with Scentsy. So now I kind of want to talk about the games. Really, there was one game that I would play all the time, and it worked like a charm. And I have to give kudos to Katie Farner, to the beautiful Katie Farner, because I thank God that she has a spirit of giving, and her YouTube channel was literally what helped me build my business. I stalked her page and just immersed myself in that. I wouldn't sleep. I ate Sensei, I breathed Sensei, I slept Sensei, I dreamt Sensei. I couldn't stop thinking about Sensei. It was like I was baptized with the Sensei spirit. Oh my God, it was so amazing. I loved it. But anyhow, so the game that I got from her was roll the dice, pick a prize. Yes, the dice game is bomb, guys. So this is the chart. Roll the dice, pick a prize. And all of these files, if I'm going like this, I'm gonna put them up in this event page or group, whatever this is, okay? So this is the way that it works. I actually got this really cool big die from Five Below, and people just love rolling that die. So at the end of the party, you have each guest roll the die, and based on the number that they roll, it's assigned to a prize. So it could be an element warmer, it could be laundry, it could be a plug-in, it could be a fragrance roller, it could be a 3-pack of bars. You can actually design this however you want, okay? So this game worked a charm. And if you've never played it, just a quick breakdown on this. Once they roll that and they book a party with you that day, so you say something like, Amy, oh my God, you rolled to number 4, you get a 3-pack of bars. So Amy, tell me what date works for you over the next month or 2. I always book my parties months in advance. I kept my calendar booked for months in advance. Sometimes people feel that they have to book a party like next week or 2 weeks. No, Amy, it's okay. Let's set a soft date over the next couple of months. If you want it this month, it could be this month, or I can even do next month or the month after. I loved keeping my calendars booked far in advance, especially if people cancel. You always have, some leeway to fluff it up or stuff like that. But anyhow, so Amy is checking out, or you're like, Amy, oh my God, you rolled number 4, so tell me what date, works for you. She lets you know, okay, this date, boom, there you go. Now you have a book party. But the way that it works is Amy doesn't get these prizes right then and there. Amy gets this prize presented to her at her home party. So when you're about to do the home party and the demonstration and all of that good stuff in front of her family and her friends, that's when you present this gift to her. Oh, it keeps freezing. That's when you present this gift to her. And what it does is it creates this intriguement, okay? So now the guests at Amy's party are like, oh man, I want a gift too at my party. Yeah, let me book a party. So guys, that worked absolute wonders for me. So if you've never tried it, definitely try it. In the workstation, there is the library party of games where you can look it up. There's tons of games. You can go on YouTube. There's tons, but I'm just letting you know that's what worked for me. So let's see what else I have here. So basically I kind of already touched on this, but the point that I want to make is make sure you get over your fears. As you're growing your team, make sure that you talk to them and validate their feelings. You know, if they're nervous or if they're scared, say, listen, I completely understand how you felt. I felt the same way, but I did it anyways, and it was one of the best things that I could have done. So we definitely want to make sure that we are, you know, validating how they feel and relating with them, but making sure that as their leader, as their sponsor, as their coach and their mentor, that we are giving them that little push to book the party. Did you use your perpetual reward? Thank you for mentioning that, because you see I missed that. So for those that are asking about where do you get these prizes from? So leading up to that party, when you're going to present that gift, what I would do and what a lot of people do is with their qualifying party orders leading up to that party, they're either getting these prizes in advance with their free and half off, with their perpetual reward, or, you know, with host credit. So even if you have to pay $10 for a booked party, it's definitely a great investment, because it's going to lead you to so many other people. It's going to lead you to more PRV, more commission, more book parties, more teammates, and it's a business, a tax write-off. So thank you for mentioning that. So now, back to parties. If I was having a slow hostess month, or a book party month, something that I would do too is I would message my friends or my clients or my hostesses, and I would say something like, hi Amy, I know how much you love Scentsy, and I would love to get you your house Sensified for free and half off. What I'm doing for the first hostess that books a party with me in April is I am gifting her a free bonus nightlight. That is on top of all the hostess rewards that you're gonna get from Sensei. It's just my way of saying thank you. I have these dates available. Which date works best for you? That little script right there, I would send it to a lot of people, and that also helped me generate a lot of booked parties for the upcoming months, especially months that I had, you know, that I wasn't doing too hot. So that's something that you can try as well. Okay, what else? So now in terms of growing my team members, what I would do is if I noticed that somebody was close to $100 in sales, I would mention to them, oh my God, oh girls, so I see, you know, your order's about $90. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that for $99, you can become your own consultant. You can buy these products from yourself for free and half off. You would have the option to sell to your family and friends, make a little bit of extra cash if you wanted. Or, I mean, if you wanted for this to be a little bit more serious, you could earn free trips, or you can even make this a lucrative business. Have you thought about that? So it's all about planting the seeds and talking to people and making those suggestive, I guess, like conversations, having those suggestive conversations. So those were also things that I did that helped me kind of get some new teammates, was the whole, if they were close to $100, then boom, I would mention, you know, the opportunity to them. Another thing which many of us do is hostess flipping. Let me get a shout out to all my peeps that love hostess flipping. So hostess flipping is where you have a hostess, and you have the party, you're finishing, you know, your entire party, you're wrapping up, you're about to talk to her about her hostess rewards, and you're sitting down with her, and you're kind of just letting her know about the benefits and the perks of becoming a consultant. Because sometimes hostesses don't really understand that as consultants, we get to double dip. We get our free and half off and all that good stuff with our qualifying orders, but we also get commission. So it's really important to help them understand that. So when I'm sitting down with a hostess at the end, I will say something like, hey Amy, first of all, shout out to whoever Amy is, because I just decided to use her name today. So I say, hey Amy, right now I see that you have $75 in free product credit. You have 3 items and half off. If you were the consultant at this party, you would earn this amount in commission on top of all of these rewards. At Scentsy, we believe in giving more than we take. And if you join today, I would love to gift this party to you so you can earn the commission and the rewards. You'd be great at this, and plus you already have your client base. Your friends and family love it, and they will continue to buy from you. What are your thoughts? Boom. Who wouldn't want to say yes to free and half off and a commission check? Okay, you can have this conversation verbally with them. Oh, it's already 5:25. Or Emily Bain from Maine posted these really cool checks that you can print out. You can write out their commission check and hand it to them. Say, this is what your commission check would be. Have you thought about being a Scentsy consultant? Okay, and that, guys, this I've been using lately, because before I would just do like the verbal, and it has worked absolute wonders. Boy, 30 minutes goes by really fast, so let me try to hurry up here. So as you can see, guys, I was keeping myself very, very, very busy with home parties. I mean, I literally had almost every weekend booked with home parties. Mind you, this was while planning a wedding, working full-time, being a mom, being a fiance, all of that. But I didn't make excuses because I knew I wanted my dream wedding, right? So there was a moment, though, where a light bulb went off. Okay, it was the time where I went to Spring Sprint, which is now known as World Premiere. So I attended this event, and this is where I learned that in order to grow in this business, you needed to lead with the opportunity versus leading with parties. Guys, I was leading with parties like it was nobody's business, like nobody's business. So that was where I learned I was doing things backwards, and I was gonna burn myself out really, 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 really fast, and I was gonna look like a worn out bride if I just kept booking parties, because I was only reliant on my own efforts, my own PRV, my own home parties. And one thing that I want to share with you is that it's better to earn 1% off of 100 people than to earn 100% off of your own efforts. I love that saying. I might have to repeat that again, okay? It's better to earn 1% off of 100 people than 100% off of your own efforts. That is what this business is all about. It's about working smarter, not harder. When you build your team, when you grow a solid team, when you train them well, okay, to replicate what you do, Sensei is going to reward you with those residuals, with those leadership bonuses. For the time that you put to invest in your team to make sure that you train them well, Sensei is going to reward you. And that is where true business building and building a strong organization comes in, is by building a team. You want to go wide and deep. What that means is sponsor as many frontline as you can and go very, very deep. After that spring sprint, guys, I'm telling you, I studied that compensation plan back and forth. Every day I looked at that comp plan, every single day. The numbers hadn't changed, but there was something that I needed for it to stay right here. Okay, boom, that's the group wholesale volume. That's how many people I need. I know that I need to like times that by 10 if I want to see growth, because guys, it's a lot easier to distribute group wholesale volume amongst many than amongst a few. Okay, so if it's 10,000 in group wholesale volume to get you to director, it's a lot easier to get there if you have 20 people on your team, 25 people on your team than just 3. Okay, so that's one big takeaway that I took away from Spring Sprint, and I would encourage you to just continue growing your team, because it is not about the title. Guys, the title means nothing, okay? It's about getting paid at title. So you want to make sure that you're building an organization wide enough and strong enough to sustain those numbers month after month, okay? I continued with the home parties, but the difference is I was leading with the opportunities. I was mentioning, you know, I was playing more games that was talking about, you know, the incentive trips. So maybe like another Katie Farner game, the Draw the Island on you know, the plate on the top of your head and things like that. So talk about the fun things that it is to join Scentsy. I tried to make sure that I talked about, you know, the kidnappers, the people that, you know, there's several reasons you can join Scentsy. Maybe you don't want to join Scentsy to build a business like I do, but maybe you can join Scentsy to save the discount, maybe to get the kit, maybe it's just to make a little bit of extra money, maybe it's for the tax write-off, maybe it's for, you know, building a lucrative business or traveling. Try to speak to everyone in your audience. You want everyone in your audience to fall into one of those categories. So that was the shift after spring sprint that I took, and that worked amazing for me. Also, guys, once you tap out into your warm market, because guys, let me tell you, I forgot where I heard this, but your family and your friends are not going to be the ones that are going to make you rich. So you have to figure out ways to tap into the cold market. And that's where going to networking events, okay, going to vendor events. It's really important to get yourself out there, to start meeting new people and generating new leads. Connect with them on Facebook, befriend them, because guess what? They might not either buy from you now, they might not even want to host a party now, they might not even join your team. But when you're connecting with people, they're watching your journey. So maybe 6 months down the line, one year down the line, 2 years down the line, you might have your next director, your next future superstar director that joins your team because you branched out and you went out and you started meeting people in your cold market. So make sure that you're out there and you're getting to know people. Oh my God, it's 5:30. I still have some more stuff. I'm almost done though. But another thing that I did as my team was beginning to grow is, let's see. No, let me backtrack a little bit more. I'm going to backtrack to this right here. So a conversation that I might have to, if I want to boost up my I hate the word recruiting, but my sponsoring. If I wanted to boost up my sponsoring, I would either have this type of conversation, or I would send a text message or an audio message or a Facebook message to someone that would say something like this, like, hey girl, you know, hope all is well. This may not be for you, but as you know, I'm really excited about Sensei. I'm really excited about, you know, helping others earn some extra income or some free trips. And I would love to help someone earn some extra cash ASAP. Do you have anyone in mind? I would reward you for your referrals. Something like that, okay? You can word it however you want, but you get the idea. Most of the time, you're going to get someone that says, I am, what's up? Let's talk. Tell me more. Boom. There you go. You have your next teammate. Or guess what? And if they don't, maybe they'll have the referral. And now they know that you are looking to help someone build a business and to earn income. So they might refer their sister or someone who just lost their job. But it's all about planting seeds wherever you go. Now I'm going to talk about as you begin to grow your team, okay, we're having all these sponsoring conversations, your team is growing. These are the things that I did that helped me grow. I was paying close attention to team performance numbers, okay? I had a cheat sheet, which I will share. I don't know who made this, but shout out to you. I love you. God bless you bunches, because this is what helped me tremendously. It's a cheat sheet that breaks down group wholesale volume, and then it gives the equivalent of what it means in terms of PRV, because that was always very confusing to me. I will share this. I have it on my favorites. So as my team began to grow, I was running performance reports, because you have to inspect what you expect. So I would keep a close eye on my teammates' numbers, and if they were close to promoting, I would send them a message and say, oh my God, Amy, because now Amy's on my team, right? She just went from host at parties, now she's on my team. So Amy, oh my God, girl, you're only like $200 away from your next promotion. You go, girl. Is there anything I can help you with? Guys, about 90% of the time, remember, your teammates don't even really understand sometimes how close they are to promoting. So you let them know, girl, you're so close. And I'm telling you, they would push every time, and they would do what they had to do to promote. And that is how you grow a strong team and organization that continues to thrive and continues to grow, because you're helping them promote. Okay, so just make sure that you are there to help. You're helping your team, and that you're giving them guidance, because you're teaching them how to build a business. You're teaching them how to build an organization. You're teaching them how to train their people. So be the best version of yourself. Make yourself duplicatable, because you want them to teach their people that. It's all about launch party in their first days, okay? Sometimes we overcomplicate things. Guys, we do not need to overcomplicate things. Scentsy is so awesome. We just need to follow the system, okay? The Scentsy guide, it's all here. This is it. Keep it simple, and especially with the six skills of the selling system, that's all that we need to do. Just like Fly Girl at SFR said, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can bling it out, you can make it look cute, you can paint it how you want, but there's no need to reinvent the wheel. As we start growing these teammates, we need to train them. Within the first 10 days, we need to have your launch party. Within your first 70 days, let's get you to the highest level of sensational start. And then get them to do the same thing, replicating themselves, and you're gonna see that your business is gonna continue to thrive and grow exponentially. I'm almost done. I'm sorry, guys. When I was rehearsing, I had this down to like 22 minutes. Can't believe what happened. But anyhow, so the next important thing that I want to talk to you about is team culture, and it's my last point here. So we've talked about home parties. We talk about how to grow your team. Let's talk about team culture real quick. It's really important to create a fun, loving, welcoming culture where everyone is invited, okay? That's what I love about Sensei. There's no mean girl stuff here, or we would hope that there isn't. You know, it's not about, oh, you can't sit with us. I personally can't stand that saying. No, we want you to sit with us. You know what I mean? There's no mean girls. We're all a family. Sensei Spirit is about authenticity, generosity, and simplicity. So we want to make sure that we create a culture of love, that we create a culture of acceptance, because everyone is going through something, okay? We want that when they come to Sensei, they feel a love like they've never felt before, that they feel a part of a family. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If those that have to clock off, I'm sorry. I know I went over, but you can always come back later. The video should be there, but I'm almost done. So we want to create an atmosphere where people are watching from the outside in and saying, wow, you know what? In this cold world, you know, because sometimes this world could be a little cold. It's a beautiful world, but sometimes it could be cold. In this cold world, these people look like they're having so much fun. I want to be a part of what they have. Okay, so just create a culture of love. And also team meetings. Something that we do is we have monthly team meetings. At first, guys, I'll be honest with you, I was like so scared. I did not want to have team meetings. I'm telling you, that's why your blessing lies outside of your comfort zone. You have to push through those fears and those anxieties. I knew that I had to have team meetings. And guys, it's been amazing for our team. We call those team potluck meetings. That's what we call them. And once a month, we go to one of our team members' house. Everybody brings something to the table, because that's what a team is about. It's not just one person carrying the entire team. It's collectively everyone bringing something to the table. And that's what we do. We literally bring something to the table. We bring dishes, we bring sides, we bring sodas, we bring desserts. Guys, it is an absolute feast. It is amazing. We have so much fun. We eat, we laugh, we play icebreakers. We have so much fun. And then we also do one training topic. It's a great way to build the camaraderie within your team. It's a great way to build relationships. And we have literally found our best friends at these team meetings. So guys, if you haven't had team meetings, I don't care if you only have one person. Start having socials together. Meet at Panera, meet at Dunkin' Donuts. I miss Dunkin' Donuts. I'm originally from Boston, but anyhow, do whatever you have to do, but start team meetings. And guess what? You don't have to worry about what training topics you're going to talk about, because Sensei is so awesome. If you go to the workstation in the training center, you can pick a training topic and just cover that. So that is really big. The last thing is spousal support is huge. Hey, Megan, Boston, whoop, whoop. Spousal support is very huge. It's something that we really push hard within our team from the moment that Dudley, oh my God, girl, I'm sorry, I'm originally from Dorchester, Roxbury. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, I'm sorry, the Boston girl just came out of me. So spousal support is huge, so huge, huge, huge. From the moment that someone joins our team, we want the husbands to be added to the team page. We encourage it. We tell the consultants, we want your husband to be added to the team page. We want them to come to the team meetings. We want them to come to events. We want them to come to SFR, because we have noticed such a major difference in consultants when their spouses are involved. It could be a make or a break in a business, because some husbands can feel threatened that their wives are so in love with Scentsy and they might feel a little bit neglected. But once you get that spouse involved and they catch the vision, now the two become one and they become a powerful force that is very, very hard to stop. So guys, I highly encourage you, get the spouses involved as much as you possibly can. My husband, Frankie Rodriguez, along with Terry Levi, who is my superstar director, Becca Levi's husband, which I love you, Becca, if you're watching, they created a group called Spouses Supporting Success. We would love for you to ask your spouse if he would like to be a part of this group so you can add them. Guys, we don't want to just add them without their permission, because we do want them to be there. I will post the link so you guys can share and invite them. But guys, I will say this is not for consultants. They're not going to accept your request if you are a consultant. This is literally just for spouses only. It's a group page where they share ideas of ways that they can support the spouses. So that is my kind of like my last tip, is about the spouses supporting success. Shout out to all the Scentsy men out there. We love you and we appreciate you. We thank you for your involvement and everything that you do to support our business. So kudos out there to you. I'm done. I'm wrapping it up. Those were my tips. I just want to encourage each and every one of you to be deliberate about your business. We can work this business part-time, but we can't work it sometime if we're trying to make this our goals to becoming director and above. So just remember, you have to work your business. Be deliberate, not just about the product, but about growing your team. And always remember that sponsoring and sharing the opportunity is not a burden. It is an absolute blessing. You need to carry the conviction in your heart that Scentsy is truly an amazing opportunity, and we would be doing a disservice by not sharing it with everyone around us. The blessing that it has been to each and every one of us individual is the same blessing that it's going to be to someone else. People are out there praying for the answer that you have. You literally have the answer to someone's prayer. So just remember that when you kind of feel a little scared to talk to somebody about it, share it with absolutely everyone. You can't lose something that you never had. One of my favorite sayings is, you will never possess what you are unwilling to pursue. So pursue your dreams. Let's make it happen, because I want to give you a big old hug on the cruise in Barcelona, in Italy, and France. Oh my God, I can't see. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't wait, guys. I just can't wait to give you a hug. I pray nothing but blessings to each and every one of you in your journey. I pray that you have a lot of success, that these next 6 months will be the most amazing ever. If someone invited you, it's because, if they invited you to this, it's because they believe in you. If you're not a consultant, they believe that you too can do this, okay? We would love to have you in our Scentsy family. So reach out to that person that invited you and let them know, hey, you know what? I want to be a part of that crazy, loving Scentsy spirit family, okay? Reach out to them. We want to welcome you with open arms, and come say hi to me and let me know that, you know, you joined the team, but you won't regret it. We promise you. So guys, make sure to tune in tomorrow. We have the amazing Luisa Araño, who is my first and frontline director. She's from New Jersey. She promoted in about 6 or 7 months. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. She is hilarious. You guys are gonna freaking crack up, because she's a trip. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching our series. We love you, and many positive vibes. Bye.